So hooking up the truck to the camper is the first step. Is just back up to about 1.5 to 2 feet from the camper, and then you're gonna see how much you need to raise it. There's an up and down lever right here. You just pick it up so you're gonna be clear, so you can back up the truck to the camper and not run into it. So we're just gonna keep on raising it all the way up until it looks like it's clear. All right, so it looks like it's clear. So I'm gonna go ahead and back the truck up to where the camper needs to be. So at this point, once you get the truck back up to the camper, you can go ahead and remove the pin, and this opens up the ball so it goes down and connects to it. And now you just lower it down till it's on the ball, till the camper is all the way down in the ball. So once you get it all the way down, you go ahead and lock that in and put the pin back in. So now you know that's connected. So the next step is going to be putting the weight distribution and sway bars on. So we're going to slide these right in here. You're going to hear a click. It should stay. Remove this little pin from the bottom to take this out. Put this here. You have a little tool that's included with everything. Put it on there and just pick up and let it slide on to where it needs to go. Once you get it on there, put that back on, put the little pin back in. This side's done. We'll repeat the same thing on the next side. Okay, now that that's connected, you can go ahead and put the tool over here by your door, and we'll put that away in just a second. So now that that's all on, we'll go ahead and lower the camper all the way down, take the weight completely off of the jack, and now the weight's going to be all on the truck. And depending on your site, if it's your camper needs to be really high in the middle, you can pull this little pin and lower this up and down. So just keep on putting it all the way up until it stops. Okay, it stops. You're gonna hook up your tow chains, or your safety chains, excuse me, to your truck. And these are up here just in case something was to ever happen with the hookup and it all comes loose. So that's hooked up. You're gonna take your plug, hook it into your receiver. And you take your block. You're gonna go ahead and put it back in here. And you're ready for the road. And this. So disconnecting the sway bars is going to be pretty much the same step as hooking them up, just backwards. So the first thing you want to do is put the chalk down, and you want to, if you have gravel spot or dirt, you want to kind of move it around to level it out. It's best to put the block in line with the camper, and that just, if the camper ever goes to move when you're disconnecting it, it prevents this block from rolling and then the camper falls off. So if you put it this way, it prevents it from rolling. So you're just gonna pretty much disconnect everything just how you had it. So sometimes if your camper is level and your truck is, the kind of ground's on level or whatever, then it might be a little bit harder to disconnect this or disconnect these. Then it might help to lift the camper while you're still connected to your truck. With that locked in, it might help to lift your camper and your truck up together to help disconnect these if there's too much pressure on them. So for us, we're in our driveway, we know it's nice and level. We can just go ahead and disconnect it. So as this lifts up, it should come out right off the truck. So once we get a little bit of pressure on there, we'll go ahead and disconnect these. Take the pins out, take these out. And then all you have to do is just pull these. They come loose. They come loose, pull this little metal tab, and then pin, it should just drop out. And we'll just do the same thing on the other side. Sometimes you have to push in a little bit just to get off the pressure. If it's hard to push in, use that tool as a leverage. Same thing, pull the pin, let it fall out. It's out of your way, and then go ahead and put these back in. Just to prevent them from being lost. And as you can tell, I forgot to put it back in here over here. So we're gonna put that in. Now we're gonna lift the camper up and try to disconnect it from the truck. As you're doing this, you might need to get up on your truck and maybe move it a little, try to break it loose. If it helps, you might have to get in your truck and just back it up a little bit. Not much, just a centimeter, just to break it loose from this little curve right here where the ball kind of gets stuck on it sometimes. So for right now, ours is a little stuck, so I'll just get in the truck, back it up just a little bit to disconnect it, and then we'll lift it up the rest of the way. We're gonna continue to keep on moving it up. Not good to put your toes in the middle. So see, it's loose. It obviously shows that the weight's off of the truck. It's on the jack. So we're gonna keep on lifting it up. And as you lift it up, you see it just slowly gets further and further away. So sometimes when you're lifting the camper up from where it's attached to the truck at, your truck is already squatted a little bit from the weight of the camper. So as you lift it up, you're thinking, oh, it's not coming loose. I gotta keep on backing it up. It's just your truck has to get back up to the normal riding height. So then once it gets that compression off, then the camper will disconnect from the truck. So right now, once we're disconnected, chain's disconnected, the electric wiring that hooks up to your truck's disconnected, everything's disconnected from the truck. Now, move your truck out of the way. We're done with your truck, then we'll set up the rest of the camper.